Hello, welcome friends. We are back for another episode of Plop. People love other people's problems. Yeah, and we are here.
Proper SEVON, also proper cash flow, tuning in.
Yes.
You guys already know.
I know he may look like Sacha a little bit, but he's not her. She's not here today. She'll be back. She'll step away. It's all good. So we're going to hold it down a little bit for her. And we're going to still have our guest on here. We're going to be interviewing him today and listening to some of his music and all those good things. This is going to be so exciting. But I did want to read something to you all really quickly. On August 11th of 1973, an 18-year-old Jamaican DJ who went by the name of Kool Herc threw a back-to-school jam at Sedgwick Avenue in the Bronx, New York. During his set, he decided to do something different. Instead of playing the songs in full, he played only their instrumental sections or the breaks, where he noticed the crowd went wild. During these breaks, his friend Coke LaRock hyped up the crowd with a microphone, and that was the birth of hip-hop.
Hey.
It is the 46th anniversary of hip-hop.
We out here.
That's what I'm talking about. So we played a little hip-hop in the beginning, little old school, little OG hip-hop, little Sugar Hill Gang, little Grandmaster Flash. It's all good. But we are here on Plop celebrating that, which is, phenomenal. And anybody who is tuning in for the first time, we call everybody friends.
Yes.
So let's call everybody friends. Because we just friendly. So we call everybody friends. So all of our friends who are tuning in today, if you may be tuning in for the first time, this is PLOPP, which is an acronym for People of Other People's Problems. And today we are going to be joining by Proper Cash SEVON.
Yes.
And everybody say hi to Sacha. She waved at us. She's watching. Hi, Sacha. She's looking at us on Instagram.
We also have
the wonderful and beautiful
Vita lady from Double Divas in the building.
Oh, wait a minute. What's that? Go tell me what's that.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we're going to get into that. Hold on 1 second. Because you're going to tell us something. You sitting there with headphones on and a microphone in front of you, might as well chat.
We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it
today.
If you want to hear us, you can hear us today at www.acceleratednetwork.net. You can hear us on Google Play. You can hear us on Spotify. You can hear us on iTunes. You can hear us on Spreaker and iHeartRadio, TuneIn, all kind of different apps. We're everywhere. You can probably hear us if you step outside the street with my big old mouth.
We're going to let them hear it today.
If you want to watch the broadcast today, please do so by tuning in to Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Definitely. And when you go to these platforms, please subscribe. But we're at Plopplife on everything. Hi, James Poole. And if you want to give us a shout out or give us a call or join the conversation, if you want to talk to Mr. Proper.
Yes.
Right here. I'm doing my banner black today.
Right. With the parade.
No. I'm presenting you. I'm presenting you. Right. If you want to talk to Mr. Proper today, please give us a call at 31. Tell him your number today.
Boom. Today we're going to be hitting me up if you guys have any questions about anything today. The music, we have new music available soon. Going to be giving you guys a little preview. Hit me up. I want to know what you guys think.
Tell them your number. There you go.
310-910-9676. Hit me up. Let's talk
option
about it.
1. You got to hit option 1.
The option 1. Make sure you guys hit
there
that.
You go. And you can talk to him. That's his number tonight.
Yeah, hit me up.
We got okay.
Let me know.
All right. Well, go ahead and sing something. I'm not gonna stop no singing.
Hold up now. We just get warmed up.
Okay.
Let's jump into it.
Because we like to ask singers to give us a good old live sing.
Oh, yeah. And it's gonna happen.
Right.
I can feel it in the air.
You can feel it in the air?
I can feel it in the air tonight.
Come on, Phil Collins, feel it in the air. Now, Miss Diva down here.
Okay.
Word on the street is you got a little something special to tell us today.
What's going on?
Tell the friends your name.
My name is Ovita.
Ovita, put that mic up close to you, baby.
No, you're making me nervous.
Even though, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Ain't nobody gonna bite you unless you pay extra. We bite for nominal fees.
Oh, man.
Y'all just joking. Tell the people your name, Ovita. Isn't that gorgeous, Ovita?
Yes, it's Caribbean.
Okay, where you from, Ovita?
South America, Guyana.
Oh, wow. And what's the business that you said? He was plugging you a minute ago. What's the name of it?
Double It Divas.
Double It Divas?
Yes.
Oh, we're gonna ask you about that.
Okay.
That's okay?
Okay.
We
yes.
can do that?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Yes.
friends, in case you're tuning in for the first time, or just, well, everybody tuning in for the first time today, today's topic is about the law of reciprocity.
Ain't that deep, man?
It's real deep.
It's
You
deep.
sow, you reap what you sow, you get what you throw out.
Karma.
Boomerang, karma, all these different terms. We're talking about it, but there's a law to it.
Okay, we're gonna talk
There
about
are laws to and principles to it.
Okay.
So we're gonna explore and evaluate that a little later in the show. We are also going to a little bit later show do what we call a flip and rotate.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
A flip and rotate because we're on a big virtual green sofa. Doesn't it feel comfortable? Avita, you feel comfortable on the sofa?
Yeah, I actually do.
You feel comfortable on the sofa, Mr.
I
Proper?
feel
Okay,
good.
that's good. That's a good cushion. You understand? But what we on the big old green sofa,
Yeah.
and what we call flip and rotate, we take some issues that are going on in the world. We just kind of delve into them a little bit,
Okay.
talk a little bit about what's going on.
It's a lot going on.
It's a
lot going
whole
on.
lot of shit going on.
It is.
And so we're gonna see if we can flip and rotate. Because when you got your sofa cushions and your sofa, sometimes when you're looking for things, you look under the sofa, you find things you're looking for. You find what
deep.
you didn't know
That's
you were
deep.
looking for.
That's deep.
You flip it back over, and
I
you
see
got a
what
brand
you
new
did
sofa.
right
You
there.
see that?
I see
You
what
like
did
that?
right there.
That
I
was
see what you
innovative.
did
Huh?
right
I
there.
can't take no credit for that. That was all God. He gave it to me. He gives me things sometimes because we're in a relationship, even
Okay.
though I cuss.
Uh-oh.
That's all right though. But in the flip and rotate section, we're going to be talking about the terrorist attacks, because that's not mass shooting. Terrorist attacks on Ohio and also El Paso. We're going to be talking about China and their money situation with the yuan. We're going to be talking about Mr. AJ Calloway, Mr. Clavino de Silvia, and the riots in the prisons of Brazil. Crazy. Real crazy. But before we do all that, we do want to send our love and support and good energy to the families who were affected by this domestic terrorist attacks that happened within hours of each other. We also want to send our prayers to the family of the phenomenal, incomparable lady of words, Miss Toni Morrison, who passed away today. She was 88 years old, almost 90. Almost, she was very inspirational to me because she didn't get her start till she was 40 years old.
Man, you know what? That's a trip.
Ain't that something? You're never
That's
too
a
late.
trip because it's definitely an inspiration. Because
Yes.
it's like, man, 40, you write a book and then boom, changes your life.
Change your life and then you just become. I mean, she's a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, like, this woman is phenomenal.
True.
She's a poet laureate
like
for all my scholars who may not know what that means. If you don't, Google it. But she was 88 years old. She passed away. She was in a New York hospital, and I don't know what her situation was, what she might have been suffering from. I don't know if it was released or not. But you know what? There was a soul that passed away. We know that her son did precede her in death. He was 45 years old. He passed away some years ago of pancreatic cancer. So I don't know if it had anything to do with any cancers or anything, but we know she's gone on to be with the master poet.
Rest in peace, rest in
R.I.P.
paradise.
R.I.P. That's what they say. We do want to thank Cheesecake de Granger for this particular episode today. We are always thankful for them. We are always grateful for them. You can look them up at www.cheesecakedegranger.com to place your orders. They do deliver throughout the Los Angeles area, and they go a little bit further for a nominal fee. But you go to the website and you find that she got over 65 flavors they got over there.
65.
65, all kind of cheesecake. Yes, some are liquor infused.
Oh my gosh.
For the people like me who like a little bit of,
I need some of that in my
You
life.
understand? Go to www.cheesecakedegranger and you can get
need?
whatever you want.
I need that.
You need that?
I need that. You say liquor? Infused?
There's some liquor infused.
Oh, I
Everything's fresh to order, so you
need
have to
that.
give them a little time for your order. But I'm everything from the crust to the whipped cream is made fresh to order. Ain't nothing coming out of no cans.
Okay, that's what's up.
You down there laughing, Ovita? What you laughing? You laughing at me, girl?
I'm drooling.
You drooling? Well, they got cheesecake pops, cheesecake brownies, turtles. She do a little savory sometime too. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
But also, well, this is what we're gonna do, a random event.
Okay, what we gonna do?
We're gonna do we can all participate. You don't have to participate. A random event where we just talk about something that's completely off subject, off topic, something that's been bothering you. It could be something that's been bothering you want to talk about. It could be something that you just want to profess out there and put out there. Just something random. You got something random you want to talk about? I
got a bunch of random stuff.
Come on.
Man.
Well, you know
I got
what?
a
Pick
bunch
one of
random
them.
Stuff, man.
Pick one of them.
It's a lot going on.
Okay.
And I think to keep in, hindsight of everything that's going on politically and internationally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it together, people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say
Please
specifically
say that.
racism, but we gotta.
You can say that.
Listen, we gotta bring it together as a culture, as a people, and get over these divides, man. Religion, racism, all of these divides. I could go on so much. You know what I'm saying?
Go on.
But man, we gotta get it together, people. We gotta get it together. We gotta protect. We gotta love each other. We gotta start embracing the spirit of love. You know what I'm saying? Not just talking and sending a post about it. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be real. We've been talking about that lately too. We've been talking about that for the past couple of weeks. About a lot of people post about, power to this, power to that, and they be fake as shit.
Faking
it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing if you put it for a status if you're not walking it. If you're not walking it all, period.
It's true.
And that was a lot of people were posting about Toni Morrison. So funny you should say that today, because of course she's passed away, so a lot of people are doing a lot of dedications and posts about her, and a lot of people have been posting this interview that she's done some time ago where she talked about about race, and race doesn't really exist. We're just humans. We're just humans, and you treat people in a humane way, and anybody who doesn't treat anybody humane is animalistic.
But you know what? I believe not only that, it's jealousy and fear.
Come on.
It's jealousy and fear.
Come on.
And the only way we can get over things like that is being more understanding and having these conversations. A lot of times people put up the wall like, we don't talk about religion. We don't talk about we don't talk about politics. We might lose some friends. Let's lose the friends. Let's figure it out. Let's get over it. Let's talk about it so we can find out what the norm is or what's the standard, because if no one talks about it, no one's aware. Nothing happens.
We are going to have a good show today. I like you.
We finna turn it.
Yeah, we was a turn. Yes, that's everything right there. Because you're right. By trade, for the coinage, I do hair. And when you're in cosmetology school, they teach you in the salon. You don't, and also any workplace, they tell you to stay away from what? Sex, politics, and religion.
That sounds like Thanksgiving dinner too.
Right.
When we get here,
we ain't gonna talk about sex, politics, or religion. But you have to be able to talk about anything. That's how you free.
Man.
Who wants to live in the bondage of, I can't say this and I can't say that. And that makes you a passive-aggressive person. And that's where some of this, this hurt, this anger, and these angry acts are coming from. People that are passive-aggressive. Instead of being able to say, you know what? Let me tell you something. I lived in the South for a long time.
Where about?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL.
I lived in
Shout
Atlanta
out
for
to
about 15
ATL,
years.
y'all.
Now, I'm a California girl at heart, and I love being out here. Do I miss living out there? Absolutely not. I love the people out there. I love all of my friends and family who are out there now. But one thing I love and miss and respect about being out there is when people don't like you, they let you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a continuous, I don't like you. We already know it.
It's not too many frenemies.
And that's it.
Hey, nigga, I don't like you.
Right. and you already know it. Out here, people are not like you and have you babysitting their kids.
Oh, but
you know what I'm saying? Because it just be the fake shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
true.
I can get the respect people who are in the South, who are Southern, who say, you know what? We know we don't mix and mingle. It's okay. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason. Because people don't have to like you.
It's true.
And that's all right, though. But I have a random. You have a random vent, Ovita?
Go ahead. First.
No, go ahead, girl.
I got a random
Mama gonna go last.
No. Wait.
Say something. It could be anything. You here now? You got a headphone, microphone in front of you.
Oh my Lord.
Work it.
I'm gonna work it. What's been on my mind? A lot has been on my mind lately. I can probably keep it on the same topic.
Okay.
What's been bothering me is that I think more African American people need to stick more together.
Huh. Say it.
We're very divided, and it's sickening.
It's sickening. We were this weekend. This past Sunday was the Taste of Inglewood. Taste of Inglewood up in Inglewood by Inglewood High School was real good. All just beautiful black people.
Yes.
But I saw this guy. He had this shirt on. People are always like, support black businesses. His shirt said, "Support black shit."
Period.
Period.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I'm only supporting black-owned businesses.
Yes.
Period.
And also, on that note, shout out to, the Osborns, honey, who are opening up Temple Beauty Supply Store. It's going to be opening up next week. Don't kill me, Amber. But
shout out to Temple.
It's a black-owned beauty supply store.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome, and it's impactful for so many reasons, because we are the biggest consumers in beauty supply stores, just not the biggest owners.
That's
like NFL teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normally, most of the NFL or sports teams, periods, are with black people. Black owners, well, not so much. What was you getting ready to say, Mr. A Plus? You know what? Shout out to A Plus. I didn't even say A Plus over here. I'm slipping. I'm slipping and tripping. A Plus
in the building.
Yes.
Hey, it's all
I'm
love,
sorry,
man.
A
You know, I'm just
Plus.
letting everything flow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The question that I have for the panel in front of me, though, based off of what you guys said, is how far are you willing to go to support black business? And I only ask that because I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Netflix series that my man Killer Mike did.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the damn thing already off the top of my head.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But
I'm sure Miss Granger would know. She likes documentaries.
But it was very much so like a social experiment where he was getting ready for a show, and I believe it was like 3 days. He was traveling from ATL to another city. I forgot the name of the city.
Okay.
But within them 3 days, he said he was only going to patronize black business, black everything. Meaning, like, if he went to the local food place and the food that they were cooking, if it wasn't like farmed by black people,
right,
I'm still not eating it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He wanted to smoke weed bad, and he was like, yo, did black people grow this weed?
Really? He was
like,
he went that deep
to
in it.
that
Wow.
point. So that's why I asked that question, like, how deep are we willing to go? And basically,
that's a good question.
You know, but basically, I will say this, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but
you ain't spoiling nothing. Go ahead.
I got an answer for you.
Let's just say this: the man struggled. It was extremely difficult for him to do that. So it was very telling about what you guys were just talking about, like ownership and stuff like that.
Let me tell you something. Also, Simply Wholesome and also the grocery outlet Bargain Market are both owned by black people.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yes.
I think
Tempo Beauty Supply coming, black owned.
Filthy Rags.
Filthy Rags.
Yeah.
Farm Clothing Store. I have to shout them out on Market Street.
Yes. Black owned. Cheesecake de Granger. Black owned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
PLOPP Life. Black owned.
Black Life.
And the owner has
Double
an
Gang
amazing
Entertainment
personality.
Group, right?
Double Gang Entertainment
Double
Group. Black
Gang.
owned.
Yeah.
Double
Double
A
A
Come
Gang
on.
Buzz. Black owned.
Come on. The Takeover. Black owned.
We out here.
Accelerated Radio Network. This studio. Black owned.
Overseas Catering. Black owned.
There it goes.
Come on.
Shout out
There it
everything.
goes.
KJLH. Black owned.
Here we go.
Stevie.
You know what? I feel like anything that's black owned, man, tag it, man. Tag us in it. You know, Plot Life, Proper Cash Flow. I want to know about it.
I do too.
I want to know about it.
Right.
For real. I'm like,
Whether it's clothes,
it should be a
food.
black pages, but I'm just like, you know what? I wonder what kind of foolishness that would incite, because people would find a reason to say, you know what? Because we live in an era right now where people can find and take up issue with every fucking thing, and they'll be like, well, this probably shouldn't be okay because it's discriminatory, and people will find different reasons. But you know what? The power of your phone, you can Google black owned anything if you're looking for something. Look for a black owned hairstylist. Look for a black owned nail shop. Look for a black, just look for that and support. And most times people get their number one reason is, well, you know what? They don't be slacking. They don't do what they gonna say. Hold them accountable to it. Because when the other own businesses,
right?
you go off, but you still support all these designers like Gucci and all these. You Gucci down, even though they let you know. Clearly they don't fuck with you.
I do not fuck with Gucci.
But what was you gonna say, Mr. Proper? I'm sorry.
No, it actually, you walk right into it. There's two things. It's either we're not represented in the buying process, or as far as like we're not represented as an owner, and then the ones that do own, there's a large percent of people that don't handle their business.
Yeah.
And that's where we got to step it up.
And we do got to step up, but sometimes step up and just be like, step in and be like, you know what, you probably should do A, B, and C.
Boom.
Instead of going and saying, well, y'all ain't do A, B, and C. If you know the answer, be like, you know what, why don't y'all try this?
Support it.
That's called support.
There it goes.
That's called support. If the windows ain't right on the building, the foundation don't be like, fuck it, we leaving.
Dang.
They support the building.
People so fast to find a problem instead of offering solutions.
There
it goes.
You know what? You hit that on the head. I'm going to go with my random event.
Uh-oh, here we go.
My random event is miracles are made up of what you have left, not what you are lacking.
I like that.
Can we get a snap?
We want to snap on that? We're going to snap. We want to snap.
That sounded like a poetry.
People need to know that. People need to
dope.
know that if you're looking for a miracle, you're looking for something impossible to happen in your life, look around and see what you got left. Because most of us get stuck in, well, so-and-so left me, or this left me, or I lost this money. What you got left?
You know
Because
what?
if I have enough money to pay for this water, that's not a miracle. That's a transaction. But if I'm able to hack this water and stretch this water for the whole week, and I was able to get it, that's a miracle.
Man.
That's a miracle. So what we have to stop doing is we have to stop looking at the picture of our life through one piece of the puzzle. A lot of times we take one piece of the puzzle, which means one situation we're in, and we think, oh, my life is so messed up. You cannot look at your entire life from one. If you take a piece of a puzzle, it doesn't show you what the whole picture is. It may be just a blue color. It may be just a line right there. But you don't know it's the whole picture of something else. Stick with it, y'all. Stick with it. What was you going to say?
It reminded me of the Bible parable.
Okay, come on.
Where the lady just had a little bit of yeast left for her bread. Or she had a little bit, and she
come
kept
on, that's in Kings. Come on, because come on.
She kept on pouring.
That's in Kings.
She's like, look, I'm going to make this. I was just about to make this and die.
That's what she
like,
said.
No,
her husband died.
I forgot the exact story.
I'm gonna tell it to you right now.
Let's
her
talk
husband
about it.
died, and her husband died and left her in debt. And so all she had was her and her two sons. But the man of God came by, and the man of God said, "You know what? Make me a cake." And all she had was meal. And he said, well, what do you have left? She had some meal. He said, go around the entire village and collect and borrow pots from everybody. And she borrowed the pots. And what she did was she made the cake, but she gave the man of God the first piece. And her meal never ran out. Miracle. She was ready to sit up and die. So I'm with you. I'm a little church girl too. I know a little bit about the Bible.
A little bit.
You know, I cussing out fuss, but I'm still fire baptized, dipped in the blood washed, and going to heaven on judgment. Understand? Let that sink in.
Real people go to heaven.
Come on.
That part.
Thank you. But yeah, that's what that was. But you know what? In the news, we'll talk a little bit about the news.
Okay.
Like we mentioned,
we're shifting gears.
We're shifting gears a little bit. We just chit chatting. The Taste of Inglewood was this weekend, and Sacha was going to do a whole report on it, but that's okay because I was there too.
Okay.
But the Taste of I keep saying Taste of Soul. Taste of Inglewood was this weekend by Inglewood High
It looked
School.
like it was popping from the IG feed.
Always.
Man.
And you know what? Shout out to Spot 313. That you know, have you ever been by Spot 313 on La Brea?
Yeah.
Okay. You know the Taste of Inglewood started in that parking lot?
That's a trip.
It started in that parking lot. And it went to, what park is that over here? That's not Taper Park. Is that Mark Taper?
Line up at.
No. Oh, not over there on Florence. Florence by the edge, by the cemetery.
I don't even, Williams something.
Okay. It was over there. And now it's it's huge. One year they was in the parking lot. That's it, and it turned into something totally different. But Big Daddy Kane performed.
People are looking for excuses to get out the house and enjoy people, man. Everybody's so
It
locked into
was.
their phone. It's like,
It
man,
was
I can go out. And
so beautiful to see so many black people out there.
imagine.
It was gorgeous. It was no issues. So many in all black-owned businesses. Talking about from clothing to hair to beauty supplies to drinks. Shout out to Brian Marfoo's. Hey. It was beautiful. Stevie Wonder was out there. KJ Ellis represented real hard. It was a nice concert, all free.
Who organized that event? Do you know?
I think you know what? I was just so funny because I was telling Sacha today. I was like, I would like to have if you know who organized the Taste of Inglewood, please tag them or at them or DM and let them know. We want them to plop by. But I know the city of Inglewood is involved now. But I want to say Spot 313. That's who did it. Okay. That's their thing.
It wasn't Bakewell. Danny Bakewell didn't have anything to do with it.
I don't know the name of the particular person, but it was not. They had security. You know what? It was a lot because of, all these domestic terrorist attacks.
Yes.
It was full of, but the police are normally always there, but it was like every entrance. It was packed. Isha was out there. Isha, Alice, Felicia, the police. That's their names. They was out there deep, but it was a beautiful concert. It was a beautiful time. Wasn't no bullshit. Wasn't no, none of that. It was real nice.
Was it a lot of food vendors out there?
A lot of food vendors.
Because we like to eat, man.
We like to eat and get our party on. GS was out there. They had a little section over there. They had a little section that they were doing karaoke. Right. They was having karaoke and shit on the end for the adults. You get to go up in the little 21 to get little drinks and shit. But yeah, because this ain't New Orleans. You can't walk around with liquor.
No.
Oh man.
But you in the little designated area, you could. It was really nice. It was just beautiful, and I love it. And we always attended. The only year I missed was the very first year, but we go every single year. It's beautiful. You can take your children. It was just
Yeah.
good family fun.
That was my first time even hearing about it. And I've been
Really?
in Inglewood for like 10
Oh my
plus
gosh!
years.
Every
Tripping me
year.
out.
Every year.
It was a little late this year because usually it's in July, but it was in August. It was last month, but it's awesome. It's awesome. It's almost like the Taste of Soul they have on Crenshaw.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
Taste of Soul is the whole. That's huge.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the
we-
vibe.
But Taste
Taste of
Inglewood is they on their
Yeah,
heels.
yeah.
They on their heels.
I was about to
But
say, they trying to
Inglewood-
be in competition or something.
Well, no, ain't no competition. We can all exist in the
That
same
part.
world. We ain't got to be like that.
We'll see how it looks like in about 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10. You know what?
When
Hopefully
they
they
build
both
that
grow
damn
big.
stadium over there. We'll see.
Right. Clippers
Yeah.
versus
Yeah.
versus
Well,
Lakers
yeah,
type
you're
of
right
thing.
about that.
Say, it's not going to be Taste of Inglewood or Taste of Soul.
What it's gonna be?
It's going to be no taste.
It's well.
It's
Listen,
going to be
You
you
bland.
know what? Long as it's black on, it's gonna always some
That
taste to
part.
it because you know we gonna do it. We gonna fight for
There
it
it goes.
because you know we'll stop
better.
coming. And we'll campaign. You know what? Some shit fuck up. We know how to get together.
On everything.
We do. We know how to. Because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So hey, that's how that goes. But also in the news, we talking about a man by the name of Terry Brazier.
Mm-hmm.
He's 70 years old. He was in Europe. He went into the hospital for a bladder procedure, and the hospital mistook him
Yes,
for
I heard about
another patient and circumcised him.
He got cashed out.
He got cashed out!
But man, that's a cold game, man.
At 70!
Imagine that you kind of wake up like, oh man, all right, let me just
He
wait a minute.
said-
Hurry
right.
up. I need a nurse.
I need a
Somebody-
nurse. He said he was talking to the hospital staff and he was
That's a
chit-chatting
cold
and he didn't pay attention. And by the time it was done, it was too late. By the time he noticed, it was too late.
Wow.
And he said he knew something was wrong because the hospital staff said if he couldn't go back to the ward, they said, we got to talk to you about something.
Oh,
Wow.
I can't even imagine how that conversation went.
So look, bro.
lawsuit.
I know, I'm like, what do you say to a person if you didn't cut their little meat off?
Man.
But what they did was they did award him
Wasn't it like
$24,000.
25?
Yeah,
Something like that.
$24,000. They said that they apologized profusely. They was like they they investigated. Then they came up with the whole situation that they're very sorry. They're working on it, not letting that ever happen again. Hopefully it doesn't.
Is that enough?
That's what the thing is. They said the compensation they know probably won't be enough, but they hope it helps.
Like, man, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
Help away.
Man,
Well,
way
the hospital didn't know what to
living
say.
is.
I guess they was like, we just gonna cut the check.
let's just.
But he seemed to be very gracious about it. I mean,
It just raises so many questions.
So many
Wait a
questions.
minute, man.
you mistook him for another patient. Who over there running the ward? Mr. Magoo? Somebody who can't see? I mean, what the hell's happening?
It's like the scene in Rush Hour when they kicked him in the face. Which
drunk.
one?
Which one of y'all right? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Just a little update. We had spoke the very first time since the whole situation with Mr. A$AP Rocky. We had never spoke about it till it played out, but as we spoke about it last week. As an update, he did come home. He did come back to the U.S. on Friday. He went to his last court date Thursday. He was 3 days. It was on last Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday, the judge said, "Well, go home. You've been here for a month," and he said, okay, I'm gonna go. He left, and his actual judgment hearing's on the 14th. But they told him he didn't have to be there for that. And they allowed him to come.
That's
to
good though, and they're gonna bring him the check. Like you gotta spend the money to get back here.
He did. He thanked everybody on the ground. He thanked everybody for this whole long, thank you for supporting him in A, B, and C. I didn't, but it was enough. He said thank you. It was, whatever. It was fine.
Shout out to A$AP,
but
man.
because the prosecutor wants him to serve 6 months. The prosecutor still wants him to serve 6 months. We'll see on the 14th what happens. But the alleged victim said he's satisfied with the way the hearings are going. So I don't know what that means. But we know he's trying to get $14,000, and I don't know why he picked that particular number. Maybe they have a statute of limitations which you can sue somebody for.
Right.
I don't know, but that's what that was. But he also he's not required to be there for the hearing, and most people are thinking since they let him go back to the U.S. and he's not required to be there for the hearing, for the judgment hearing, they're thinking he's probably not going to get no time. We don't know that for sure, but they're thinking that at all, period. But they're probably going to ask his ass not to come back.
Man, right? Just stay gone.
I mean, I don't know, but he was at this quote unquote Sunday service that they be doing, the Kanye and they be doing at the secret location somewhere in the mountains that you gotta be invited to. You know, he was there with them sisters, the Jenners and the Kardashians. He was there on Sunday. Man. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but he was there, and yeah, that's that.
That's real talk.
That's real talk.
Here we go.
But we do know that also the situation could have went really bad because 45, you know, the man is sitting up in there at the White House right now. He did. It seemed like he was doing started fueling a diplomatic, you know, quarrel because he was calling the, you know, Prime Minister of Sweden talking about he wants A$AP Rocky to come home.
Well, you know what? I think Kanye kind of probably stepped in, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Trump.
None of that shit worked.
Hey, man. Well,
none of that shit worked.
Our guy is.
But let me that wasn't because of that though. Because with Sweden, that's why they said it was a diplomatic quarrel because the government let them know. What people don't realize, unlike here, because people get this confused, all countries are not run like the United States.
True.
That's why he was sitting in jail. They don't have a bonding system. All countries are not like that. You don't have rights like that everywhere. So you have to understand that. But what they told the 45 and the man he sent over there was that which is very interesting. In Sweden, the judicial system and the government are independent. They're not the same.
Now that's a trip.
Ain't that a trip?
Like,
the government has nothing to do with the judicial system.
That means
so they were like, we don't have anything to do with that.
We getting money over here,
right?
Y'all handle that
it's
over there.
It's completely independent. They were like, you can, and the government cannot influence or sway anything as far as because it's a separate entity.
That's
completely
crazy.
Independent.
Y'all gonna have to cash us out on top.
That's what to cash us out.
Pretty much. That's what it is.
That's what that was.
Man.
A lot of people in SoCal, especially out in Southern California, be very careful because there is an uprising of the West Nile virus.
The West Nile virus out here?
Out here.
Oh, man.
They have tested several mosquitoes. Right now, they're saying that it's more so in the San Bernardino area, but they found a couple of cases in Los Angeles. In LA, and you know, further down in our parts down here. So you have to be very careful. If you think you may have, because the symptoms are, they're saying there's an alarming amount of mosquitoes who are carrying it. So they're telling you, make sure you buy your repellent. All friends, buy your repellent.
Get it off.
Wear long sleeves. And they said they're mostly active during dawn and dusk. And if you have still water around you, get rid of still water. Because they like, you know, mosquitoes like that still water. So you may have to make sure you get rid of it. But there has some cases. I think 2 people died. But they said the symptoms are like body aches, headaches, because it attacks your your nervous system.
That's crazy.
You don't have to necessarily die from it, but if you are infected with it, you will suffer with it for the rest of your life.
Stay healthy, LA. Stay healthy.
So they said that you have to but they are doing a lot of larvicide, and they're doing a lot of aerial dispersing of the larvicide. So they're using the planes to just go around with it to cover a lot of areas of it.
Probably doing some. Who knows what they dropping off?
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's true.
Shucks.
That's true too. But you have to, so just be very careful, you all. Another thing, something has happened that has made history actually. A woman by the name of Valentina Sampiel, she is a Brazilian openly transgender woman. She has been hired to be a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh.
It's a trip, man. It's a trip, dude.
Oh, opening doors.
Opening doors. And I saw her. The bitch is gorgeous.
I didn't want to say it first.
She's beautiful. But she's open and it came after because the chief marketing officer had did a interview in Vogue last year. And in the Vogue interview, he said he's been getting because a lot of people are like, when you going to have a trans person, you're going to have a trans person. And he said that, let me tell you what he said. I don't want to misquote him. He said he didn't think the brand should include transsexuals in its show because Victoria's Secret is selling fantasy.
Oh, wait a minute.
What you think?
What do you think?
You think that? You don't think men fantasize about transsexual women?
Hey, man.
Hey, come on now. I could tell you some stories, but I'm gonna not do that. But he did come back and say he went back on the Victoria's Secret Twitter account and he apologized. He said that was highly insensitive, and he said that they absolutely would be hiring trans women to be, because she's going to be a part of the Pink campaign, which is going to be mid-August, the middle of this month.
Breaking barriers.
Breaking barriers. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, we're going to go ahead and go to a song by Mr. Proper.
Hey.
Cash Flow.
There it goes.
And what song are you going to play, A+? Which one do you want him to play?
Man, well, we got a few. I sent you guys a few.
You sure did pick one.
What I'm saying? How you like it? We're gonna start with that one, man.
Okay.
With a Caribbean vibe.
All right.
We're gonna start with a Caribbean vibe, man, just to see how everybody likes it out there.
Okay, so check this out. Right from our guest. You heard it on Plop first. Okay.
Let me get that in. Y'all finna hear it live though, man. Check it out. This will be available on the 8th, all platforms. Proper Cash Flow.
Yay! Hey, welcome back to Plop Life, friends. Hey.
Like a vibe.
That is nice.
That's good.
Tell the friends name of that song again.
That was how you like, or how she likes it on the upcoming album. Radio Foreplay. It'll be available on all platforms August the 8th. Come and check it out. 14 songs. It's a total vibe, man. Tune into your boy Proper Cash Flow. I'm giving them the streets energy.
That's going to be a good-ass album. If that album is like this song I just heard.
Ooh, we finna get into it tonight.
We going to get into it.
It's
I'm telling you right now. I like that. And if I didn't, I would say, I'm not just saying that because you're sitting right here, we listening to it in front of your face. Because if I didn't, I'd be like, oh, that was cute.
Ooh, okay.
I'm honest.
I'm happy.
But I love that. That was real nice. It was easy
it's just a
and
vibe.
smooth. Yes.
Smooth, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do too much.
Right, everybody want to be lit and Letitia. You ain't going to be lit. You can just be grown.
I think that was the right joint to kind of give them the dose. That's what we're going to start it off with. Because they level. We're going to turn it up a notch before we leave tonight.
We could do that. I'm all about a good old turn up now. And I ain't talking about a turnip green. But I like them too, as you can see.
Man.
But yeah, so tell the friends.
What's up, my friends out
Your
there?
name.
My name is Proper Aaron. Proper SEVON.
Okay. In case you're just tuning in, friends, in case you just picked up your good old phone or computer or whatnot or whatever you're listening to us on.
Tune in,
Proper
man.
Cash
Flow, man. Proper
SEVON.
You guys already know. When I'm singing, I usually go by Proper SEVON.
Okay.
And then when I'm rapping, it's usually Proper Cash Flow.
Okay. Come on, alter ego.
The vibe is Proper Cash Flow, man.
Okay.
Because we about getting money the right way.
Okay.
And the whole album is really based upon empowering people, not only mentally but spiritually, to be culturally aware. You know what I'm saying, and trying to empower people to take.
So who's here right now? Is it Cash Flow or SEVON?
You never know. It's just Proper.
Okay. So I gotta stay on my toes.
You got it. That part.
Stay on your feet, because there's a couple of people sitting in that shit.
That part.
I understand. I could do that. Where are you from?
You know what? I spent a little time everywhere. I was born.
Are you an army brat?
Something not exactly.
Okay.
But you know how life can be.
I know how life can be. Take a lot of places. Life has taken me a lot of places.
It'll take you on a trip.
It will.
It'll take you on a trip.
And you go for the ride.
That part.
And enjoy the scenery.
But
yeah. So you say you spent some time in Stockton and.
Well, I was born in Stockton.
Okay.
And then I spent a lot of time in the South, North Carolina. Shout out to the East Coast.
Okay.
I spent almost 16 years out there, traveled around, spent some time in Seattle, Utah. Shout out to Provo, Salt Lake City.
Utah?
Yeah.
Is black people in Utah?
Very few.
Very
few.
I'm like, we out there too. Okay,
but you gotta, sometimes you gotta go where you're not invited to know what's really going on.
Thank you.
Hey.
It does exist.
Hey.
And you can go.
It's there.
It's supposed to be a free country.
Hey, and we making money all over the place,
okay.
man. It's all about a state of mind.
That's right.
So yeah, man, and then I've been out here for almost 6 years.
So how did you get to LA?
Man, my pops came out here. My pops was an actor and a dancer as well.
Really? What's your dad's name?
Harold Hines. We put him on blast, man.
He's still here?
He's still doing his thing.
But he's still on this side of the
yeah, he's still out here.
Hi, Mr. Hines. Great job.
Hey,
the talent, it worked.
We out here.
Okay. Well, so is that how you got introduced into music?
You know what? I actually started doing like background dance. I've always loved.
Really? Oh, you a dancer?
I'm a dancer, man.
I love men who can dance.
You know
It's
what
something
I'm
about a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something about a man who can move his body like. But anyway, what you did, like hip hop dance, break dancing?
All of it, man. Just a little bit of a pop. You know what I'm saying? Choreograph type.
Were you in a group?
Never a group. You know, we
said dance groups back in the day.
We actually had a couple of rap groups back in the day.
Okay.
Man, that's a throwback.
Okay, that's all right.
But yeah, man.
Do you still do your little dance thing right now?
Yeah, man. And that's what. So now that the music is available, the videos will be shooting soon, man. That's why I'm just letting people know the music is available. Sink your teeth into it because the videos is on their way, man. And I want people to really see how hard I've been working on the music. And how far I've kind of developed as a person and an artist. So that's pretty much what this whole album is about.
At what age did you know you wanted to be a singer?
You know what? It's a complicated because I always loved rap.
Oh. So you didn't start singing, you started rapping.
I started out rapping.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then I went to school and they had a little competition. I'm singing in the hall. I figured out the ladies liked it when I sang.
Hell yeah!
And I changed paces very quickly.
Hell yeah!
I changed paces quickly.
Why you think them rappers started singing?
Man.
Why you think they started singing? Like, oh, they like that?
I'm
hell
like,
yeah.
I started getting a different energy.
You know, we don't always want to hear, yo, wanna go to right. Sometimes you just be like, listen, smooth me out.
Man. So,
I'm wrinkled.
Man.
Iron me out, fella.
There we go. So that's what we wanted to do, man, is just give the people something. And just kind of been developing my artistry ever since, man. I think.
So what was the first song that you rapped?
You know what? It's an old school song I did with my homeboy Chisel. Shout out to Chisel.
This was an original song?
This is an original song.
So you didn't start off rapping somebody else's song?
I know time is getting hard and I'm praying to the Lord.
Okay.
Somebody come and pray for me.
All right.
Shout out to Chisel. You remember that joint? That's the first time I ever recorded anything.
And
listen, sing something else.
Ooh,
you on the spot. Sing something. And I want more than 1 or 2 bars.
Let me see, man.
Fella, you know you was going to be asked to sing.
I'd like to do a song called Not Too Hard to Find.
Okay.
It's not too hard to find me. Anytime you need my love. Girl, I know I'm who you're thinking of. And I know this much is true. When I'm grinding, girl, I only think of you. It won't be hard to find me, yeah. I'm busy trying to find your love. And you know that I want it. It's 3 in the morning. Gotta find my way to you.
All right, let me see. Let me cool down a little bit. That was nice. Wasn't that nice? That was nice. Yeah, I understand the singing.
Yeah.
That was nice. You hear that nice? Your voice is very smooth.
I appreciate that, man.
You work hard.
I'm trying to get a street something different.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him something different.
You can tell when somebody sing, especially when they sing acapulco. When they sing acapella, you can tell when they playing or when they serious. When they using their voice as an instrument versus they just trying to sing a song.
I'm trying to do something different, man.
And you were given a whole feeling. And that's what the best singers do. Give you a feeling and an experience.
Okay.
I felt that in just some few little notes and bars. I knew what you was doing.
You know what? Whenever y'all are ready, I can't wait for you guys to hear the full song, man. Because I took them on a whole vibe in that joint.
Okay.
Whole vibe.
What's gonna be the first single?
Well, you know what? I'm debating because we got a lot of fire.
Okay.
We got a lot of fire.
Okay. You ain't got to give it to us. I'm gonna get a little sneak peek, a little exclusive. But that's okay. We'll wait. What is going to be the name of the EP?
The EP is called Radio Foreplay.
Oh.
So we just getting the streets ready. This is my first independent album that I've done.
Good job.
Yeah. Shout out to Double the Gang Entertainment Group. You know.
That's your record company?
That's the record company.
Okay.
And that's where everything is coming from, man.
Okay.
Double your efforts, double your reward. So we working hard trying to get the street something different. You know?
Tell all the friends your contact information, your social media, website, whatever you have.
So check it out, man.
Your YouTube channel?
I'm working on it. Proper Cash is working on it.
Okay.
It's coming soon, man.
Okay. It's coming, but how can they reach you on social media?
Right now, tune in to me on IG. Proper Cash Flow.
Is that spelled correctly.
Everything spelled correctly, proper cat. You can't say proper without it being proper. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I feel you. You know, some people try to make it a little oxymoron. Like, we're going to spell proper improper.
And mess it up. No.
Right.
Proper cash flow.
Cash with a C, not a K.
Proper cash flow music.
Okay.
And then my personal page is proper SEVON.
Okay.
And then, of course, everything is coming from Double It Gang Entertainment Group. You guys search all 4 of those handles. Get in contact with the situation and what we got doing. Any artists that are trying to link up, any producers that are looking for something, man, let's make magic, man.
Let's make magic.
This is the season to make something beautiful happen, man. So I'm happy I'll get to tell the world and use your platform.
Please
Life,
use it.
Here. Shout out to you.
Shout out to PLOPP Life,
Let them
too.
know what's happening. We out here. Yeah, man. Thank you for the platform.
Of
to
course.
get
Anytime.
man.
Anytime. Anytime you have something going on, anytime you have an event you're doing, you know, a little tour, I'm sure it's going to be coming in the works, little something.
Yes.
Please come by, plop by here.
Oh, yeah.
Always give us a little, we want an exclusive.
Yes.
We want to be special.
This is that. This is that because it's not even available yet. This is actually, it's available for pre-order. So have your credit cards ready.
How can they pre-order? Where can they pre-order that?
Boom, on iTunes, Amazon, anywhere you buy music.
Okay.
Go on in, search the name Proper Cash Flow, and check me out, man.
Okay, perfect. Listen, here at PLOPP, we always believe that in this industry that, you know, that all of us are somewhat a part of, we are firm believers that nobody's looking, but everybody's watching.
Okay.
So, I say that to say this. If you had a choice of anybody you wanted to work with, who would it be?
Man, you know what, man? I've had the opportunity to meet some amazing artists.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of new up-and-coming talent that's
Okay.
amazing. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So, on my R&B tip, man,
You gotta get up there.
let me say this. So,
Yeah,
and
get up
I'm
on that
live,
microphone.
too.
Don't be scared of it.
Let me tell you one time. So yeah, if I had the opportunity to work with any artist, man,
Anybody, artist, producer, anybody.
I mean Timbo, man, Timbo.
Yeah.
Janae Aiko. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I love smooth, man. You know, smooth vibes. I love. Man, there's some dope artists too. There's what's my guy? What is my G man coming from Carson? I mean, there's so many artists.
He has a song out now?
Man, they got a few. I mean, Bryson. I mean,
Okay.
there's so many people that just flood my mind, man. Because I'm a connoisseur of good music. So
Anybody out there know Janae Aiko, Timbaland, or Bryson Tiller? Please tell them to go to Proper Cash Flow and slide up in there and make that connection. That's what we got to do. Connect people
Yes.
with other people.
Yes.
Some of us are put in life to be conduits to meet,
True.
introduce people to other people. That's why I always say, you know, you got to put it out there and keep putting it out there and keep on saying it because, you know, people talk about manifestation, things like that, but you
Words
know
are
what?
spiritual.
And they are. And words destroy or build up.
There it goes.
So we trying to build up.
There we go.
Now that beautiful lady down there, who did you bring down here with you?
Man, I brought my queen, the #1 person on my team right here, really helping me with the business. And
Okay.
everything. OV Sweets, man.
OV Sweets. What does OV Sweets do for Proper Cash?
You know what? She actually does her own thing, man.
Oh, really? An
she
artist
just-
as well?
She's not only an artist, but she's really just a cook. She has a team called Double It Divas, which is pretty much like Double It Gang is the gang. It's the guys, it's the artists, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But she brings the feminine side with Double It Divas.
Come on,
which
Double It
do-
Divas.
would do the-
What do Double It Divas do? Come on, give it in the microphone. Put that thing close to your mouth, girl. Scoot that chair up and get up in there, honey. You here now? We plopping. We plopping, having a good time. You with family. You with friends. You amongst in a safe place.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous. Don't do nothing. Everybody, listen. We all friends. We having a good old time. And if you want to talk to anybody that's here, including myself, give us a call 310-910-9676 option 1 if you feel so inclined to do so.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead, darling.
Basically, Double It Divas represents Double It Gang.
Okay.
It basically help promotes Double It Gang. It help promote basically any artist,
Okay.
any entertainer.
Okay.
That's what we're looking
So you do
for.
promotions?
Promotions.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Events.
Okay.
So I'm basically looking for. I'm starting off with 5 females, and I want African American,
Come on for the black ladies.
beautiful black women of all
Yes,
shapes and sizes.
I always say black. I never say African American.
Right.
Because I feel like
Well,
when we
you
were
know,
black,
black.
I feel like when they
said
call
black, but you know, people
Yeah.
get so offended when you say
I don't
black,
care
black,
about
black,
people
black.
getting offended.
Black.
I say black.
I'm
The reason
looking
I say-
for
the reason I say black is because when we were black, we had the most sense.
Hello. I'm looking for
African
black-
Americans say something else. But go ahead.
I'm looking for 5 black beautiful queens
Uh-huh.
to join my team. I have one solid female right now.
Okay.
Kay, shout out to Kay. I hope you're listening.
Kay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kay.
Hey,
I hope you
Kay.
listen to Plop Life. Hey, Kay.
Yeah, she's amazing. So yeah, we have a lot of stores, a lot of things in work.
Oh,
With her.
good.
But yeah, basically we're going to be doing events to promote Double A Gang and anything that he has going on with his music.
Okay.
Concentrating on proper cash.
Okay.
Proper SEVON. You know,
Support.
promoting his name brand. Basically, yeah, anything that he has going on,
That's
we're going
what's
to be
up.
in the background, you know, doing what we got to do to get him where he
I
got to
love
go.
support system.
Man.
And you came down here,
And you
Double
gotta
A Diva
do-
came up down to Plop with
Yes.
us and support Mr. Proper Clash for SEVON
gotta build
and
a
all,
solid
all
team.
support everybody on the chair over here.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
All of
Building
right
a team.
here.
That's what it's
Solid
100%, man. We're
Yeah.
trying
Yes.
to meet people, expand, and create something different, man.
I love it.
I just want to start off with 5, you know, keep it small, and then, you know, we're
Quality
gonna-
over quantity.
Yes.
There it goes.
You know, we want to close some people, you know,
That's
loyal.
what's up. Loyal.
people.
Loyal.
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 People, you know.
We did a show a few weeks ago about loyalty. But that's good. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, friends. Well, you know what? We're going to cut to another song. Can we cut to another song?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Is there a particular song you want us to cut to?
You know
now?
what? Since I sang it, why don't we give the people a little preview of that joint? It's called "Not Too Hard to Find Me."
Listen, this is not too hard to find. Is this by Proper SEVON or Proper
Oh,
Cash?
hey,
Flow?
this is by Proper Cash Flow.
Okay.
This is a shout out to D-Mac, the producer. Much love, man. Thanks for this one, man. We gonna go all the way up with this one, man.
Here we go.
Shout out D-Mac. I love you, boy.
D-Mac. Hard to find me, find me. You heard that? I can do background.
He's trying to get background.
I
He's trying to
don't
get
know.
background.
Well, I can do background in the background.
My people call
Background
your
with the
people.
Backpack. In a backpack.
I got Hollywood. But listen, if you're trying to find us, you can find Plop every single Tuesday,
Yeah.
8 to 10 Pacific Standard Time,
Tune in.
on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, so you can
Yes.
find us.
That part. It's not too hard to find.
It's not too hard to find
It's not
us.
too hard. to
It
find.
sure ain't too hard to find us. I like that.
Can I say you can find me on Sativa Booty Queen and Double A
Oh yeah, well come on,
Divas.
come on.
Yeah,
Give it to us. Give a chance to your contact
Oh,
information.
Instagram is my personal is Sativa Booty Queen, spelled just like that. Sativa Booty Queen.
Come on, Sativa Booty Queen.
And then
And
Double A
I was shaking, y'all
Divas.
couldn't
Go
see
ahead
it.
and follow Double A
Okay.
Divas.
That's what's up. Double A Divas and Sativa Booty Queen. I like that. That was the name of that song was
Not too hard.
Not
to
Too Hard to
find.
Find
Coming up
Me.
on the next album called Radio Foreplay.
Radio
Available
Foreplay.
on all platforms on the 8th, August the 8th. Go download that. Go stream that. Go check it in.
That's a good title for a song, because if I would listen to the radio, I would feel played with.
Boom. Not
In
too
a
hard
good
to
way.
find.
Radio for that's good.
Yeah.
Playing with your ears to get your
Yeah.
mind at the gutter friends.
Yeah.
Wait
a minute there.
That was beautiful.
There it goes. Thank
That's
you. I
real
appreciate
nice.
that. Appreciate
You
that.
wrote that song?
I write all my own music, man.
Yes.
All
Come
my
on,
own
singer,
music.
songwriter.
Yeah, we out here. I wrote all my own
Get all the
music.
money. Get all the publishing.
Trying to, man.
Everything.
But shout out to
Get
my
all
team,
your
man.
coins.
Shout out to the team, Double A Gang Entertainment.
Yes.
Man, D-Mac, Feelings, all the people that made this dream come into fruition.
Do you remember the name of the first song you wrote?
You know what? Yes, I do.
What was the name of it?
You know what? Shout out. This is a great story. Shout out to D-Mac, who was an amazing producer, who is amazing producer. Had the opportunity to work with Tupac,
Really?
Cube. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I actually got the opportunity to meet him via friend. You know, and he
Okay.
was like, "Man, I got the
Me who?
producer,
D-Mac,
D-Mac, my
okay.
guy D-Mac, man." And you know, I was kind of awestruck. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
you
of
know?
course.
He's playing me these tracks and I'm hearing them. I'm like, oh my God, this is fire, you know?
Uh-huh.
And so he was like, look, man, go ahead and write a song. I want to hear what you come up with.
Okay.
And, you know, I took it as a personal
Wait a minute.
challenge.
D-Mac told you to come up with a song.
He told me to come up with a song. He
Okay.
said, look, I want, and you know how, you know, everybody can rap, everybody can sing, you know?
Uh-huh.
When you out there, oh, I rap, I sing. You know.
You go ahead. I'm share your video for
Thank you. There we go.
Save it.
Boom.
Share it.
There it goes.
Start
Teamwork.
again.
On it again.
I got you.
There it goes.
I could be a double diva.
Right, and look, hey,
Boom, you see that support?
all you gotta hear
There
is
it
to
goes.
hit my DM.
There it goes. Right.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Man, D-Mac, he was like, man, I knew it was an opportunity. I'm like, man, I'm about to write the hell out of this song. I'm about to write the shit out of this song.
Write the shit out of the
You know what I'm
song.
saying? And I came up with the track OMG, which is also called Thunderclouds.
Okay,
That
song,
was,
you gave us that song today.
I did.
We're gonna hear that song today.
It's gonna get real today.
We're gonna hear that song today.
It might get
We're gonna hear
thunderclouds
that song.
bring rain.
Hey,
That's what I'm gonna tell you though.
And rain, you know what? Rain brings rain supplies.
Hello.
There
And
we go.
rain brings forth fruit and blossom, honey.
Well, this
Because it
song-
can't always be sunny. It gotta rain sometime. If it was sunny all the time, everything would die. Come
This
on.
song right here is for bringing forth fruit.
Okay. It's the song that. So you said the rain is it's the song that's gonna make you
gotta
wet.
look right in the camera.
Oh.
You gotta find the camera, the
He is
timeline.
the
There we
best.
go. Where we at? And everybody
Everywhere.
see me.
We right there. We on Instagram. We on Facebook,
there
and
we
we
go.
on YouTube over here.
Okay, let y'all know.
And we on y'all on Facebook,
Oh,
on
yeah.
Instagram right here. Let me take over your Instagram.
take
We
it
on
over.
Instagram. Plop is on Instagram. We doing what we gotta do. You know what it is. P.L.O.P.P.
Alright.
A proper cash flow, proper SEVON.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what it do. Double it gang, double
Gang,
it
gang,
divas.
gang. There it goes.
What
Gang,
it do?
gang, gang, gang.
I think
Gang,
I'm a
gang.
double it diva.
Hey, if you serious? If
Gang,
you
gang.
serious?
Shit.
Man, it's real. There it goes.
Double Divas popping in. You gotta get the Double Divas and
Yes.
to come plop down
There we
here
go.
with
Yes.
us. We gonna work on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring her
Oh.
down. I'm gonna bring
We gonna
I'm gonna
work
bring her
on that.
down next time. You hear that,
Okay.
Queen?
We gonna flip and rotate right now.
Okay, there we
You
go.
know what I'm saying? Everybody staying with us today. We gonna sit here and chit chat for
Thanks
the
for
rest
hanging
of
out, y'all.
Yes, thanks for
Yeah.
hanging
You
out
know.
with us.
Yes.
We gonna get into a little bit of this business. So it's time to flip and rotate.
Mm-hmm.
And again, friends, if you just now tuning in, if it's just your first time coming in with us, or your 23rd time, because we've been on 23 shows. Hey, shout out to 23. But this is where we take all of the issues that are going on right now. We flip and rotate, and we're going to see if we can find some solutions to some situations.
I like
because
that.
sometimes people don't know what. Apparently, a lot of this shit people don't know where to find a solution at. But you know what? It is a solution out there.
There are
There is
available.
a solution out there. And who's looking for a solution right now is, or who may not be looking for a solution right now, is China.
Man.
Did you see what happened yesterday with China?
I didn't see what happened yesterday. I was
What
plugged
happened
off.
with China?
I wasn't tuned in.
You wasn't too dead. So
Not to China
yesterday,
yesterday.
the Chinese flex. They flex their coins.
They
their
tryna flex?
powers. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, they did,
no.
and it worked.
It
Worked. Let me tell you something. They did what they would call a competitive devaluation of their currency, which is the yuan.
Oh, yeah.
So what they did was they lowered the value of the yuan because y'all's president, whoever wants to claim to be your
Right,
president,
that part.
tried to impose a 10% tariff on $300 million. Is it 300 million or $300 billion of Chinese goods? So the Chinese said, "Oh, okay."
They're gonna outsmart
So
us
they
fast.
devalued their money. It brought the Dow down about almost 1,000 points. Yes, they said because their the normal ratio is 7-to-1. They brought it all the way down, and because of that, they said we're gonna flex. So this thing gets up on Twitter, and let me tell you what he tweeted. He tweeted, "The Chinese are trying to steal our business and factories, hurt our jobs, depress our workers, wages, and harm our farmers' prices, but not anymore." But what he failed to realize, or I don't know if he didn't give a damn, but China is the second largest country that we trade with.
Yeah.
Like, why would the fuck would you
Very
do
smart.
that? So they said, you know what? That's cool. They ended up bringing the yuan, the value back up a little bit to just right up under 7. It's like 6.983.
Wow.
They said this is what we gonna do
They
with
know
you.
how to do
Very
things.
smart.
They're very
They said
smart.
this is what we gonna do. We're gonna do that, and because the term he used to call them, because he called them a name. That's what he likes to do. He called them currency manipulators. And they said, we're going to show you something.
Manipulator.
So
He would know a manipulator.
Of course he would. China has said, we are now refusing to do any United States agricultural trade as of now. Wow. That hurt the farmers here. Mm-hmm. We will not. And it's another word, find somewhere else to get your soy products, sugar.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Find somewhere else to get your iPhones and shit.
Yeah.
Man.
So technology, I mean, like if this turns into a situation to a war, and they said we're not gonna, and they said basically, as far as the trade is concerned, we're not fucking with y'all till after the 2020 election. You think that's an accident right there? They was like, we're not fucking with y'all till after the 2020 election, because I think they want to see, is this fool gonna be reelected?
Mm-hmm.
I hope his ass.
Who's gonna be up in here? Because we don't want to deal with him no more.
I just hope he's. I
hope they.
And what you have to also realize too, China's a communist country.
And they don't never give a fuck.
They are a communist country. They are run by a regime. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if they say that the country is not, the country ain't fucking with you.
Period. And
there's no way to do nothing about it. You know, I know a lot of people who've gone to China before. You know, you have to get you know how we got Wi-Fi? We go through different. You have to get your Wi-Fi from the government. Mm-hmm. And they monitor what sites you can go on. Communism.
No Facebook,
do you understand?
No IG.
But what you also have to realize too is that we would be in a when they did that and our Dow went down, China was just letting you know, we own you motherfuckers. Mm. Do you know what kind of debt how fucked up we would be if they say, give us the money you owe us? Because they've lent us so much money. Yeah. If they trillions of dollars, if they say, you know what, we gonna send that invoice through. We're gonna see what y'all do then. Man. What was you getting ready to say, Mr. A Plus?
They are the number one superpower.
Yes!
Over America.
Yes!
And these cats, man, you know, they taking over Africa too, though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed in my African people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. And I lost my train of thought. You had just said something. I was going to say something about China. Oh, yeah, the communism thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm curious to know what their crime is like over there. And
they don't have a lot of guns.
They don't. It's very low because they still do. When you fuck, you don't remember that? It was a few years ago. They still do like canings. Like they'll beat. They do canings.
Yeah, this will be canes.
I don't know. I just think there's something positive about communism a little bit because capitalism creates like this hierarchy thing. You feel
right?
Me? And capitalism kills, if you ask me.
Right.
I think if everybody was like on an equal platform, it wouldn't be as much crime. I don't know. I'm not advocating for communism here in America, but I mean, I ain't
either. Because I don't want anybody telling me what the fuck I can and can't do.
There's just some positive qualities that come in.
Well, you know what? There's some good and bad in every fucking thing. So I agree. There's some. I mean, you can take points out of. You can take the meat and spit out the bone and a whole lot of different ideas, especially when it comes to socialism and money.
Something so grand is that the political system.
You gotta come up here.
Oh, and something so big as the political system. It's so big and vast. Mm-hmm. That it's so hard to diagnose one problem.
It is
one issue within it. You know what I'm saying?
But you see, they're not doing a lot of terrorism over there and shit like that. As far as domestic is concerned. But it's funny that you say about crime because, as far as like mass incarceration is concerned, it's United States, China, and then Brazil.
Yeah.
So they have some crime over there. Everybody there's not these perfect citizens, but it's probably not as rampant as it is here because of the laws being so strict in their mind. Even when you go over there, say you were like, I want to go to China, I want to go visit. You are paired with someone. You're paired with a person who is over there, and they let you know what you can and cannot do. But also you have to figure like this too. There are a lot of American businesses in China, like Disneyland, McDonald's. They could absolutely, when you go over there to get a business, especially coming from any other country, when you go over there, they pair you with somebody again, and your money goes through the government. They tell you what you can and cannot serve up in here, American company or not. So if they wanted to, they could say, you know what? Y'all want to play them kind of games? We're going to lock up everything y'all got over here. Now, what if they did that shit?
That's crazy.
They could, because we were just like we were saying earlier about Sweden. Every country's not run. You don't have all these rights like you do here.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
very good.
So we have to be very mindful. But you know what? This is really, this may work for us because in the long run, because he has been using this as his sales pitch to be, as far as economic growth is concerned, for his attempt at being reelected. So hopefully this backfires in his fucking face, and these people and these farmers understand that he lied to y'all at first. He's not for y'all. He's not trying to help y'all. Come on now.
That's very true.
But you know who doing some help right now? Mr. AJ Calloway. Have y'all heard about what's going on with him?
You know what? Inform us. Let us know what's going on.
I know. It's so sad. AJ Calloway, who was a former host of 106 in Park up until about 2005. Yes, with AJ and Free. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
He's
AJ. I know
host.
AJ. I don't know Alan. What's his
AJ
brother?
Calloway.
I don't know that guy.
Well, listen, AJ was free and AJ in 106 in Park, but when he got to Extra, he was like, I'm AJ Calloway.
Calloway.
Excuse me.
Mr.
I'm
Calloway
a family man. He's
Mr.
married.
Calloway to you,
Mr.
man.
Calloway. He's one of the, well, he was one of the hosts on Extra.
Right.
And
Yeah,
Extra,
he was
you
for a
know,
while.
yeah, Warner Brothers, who's the parent company of Extra, they let that ass go.
Oh damn.
They did.
Yeah.
They didn't find nothing
he
on
was he was suspended in February of this year because of assault allegations.
AJB.
There was reports of sexual misconduct and rape allegations actually.
AJ?
Yes, honey.
Was it a white woman?
No.
I will say this, man.
No.
If you're melanin and you a male and you have any type of success, bruh, you gotta walk the fine line.
You gotta walk the fine.
You can't-
but
you
it
can't
wasn't
put-
just one person, and it wasn't just one time. These assaults allegedly happened between 2003 and 2013. 10 years. 10 years. Of course, since 2013, he's been married. He's married. He's 3 children.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, but between 2003 and
He was doing
2013, he allegedly did some things. But
Well, allegedly.
he denied it when in February when they suspended him. He denied it. He said he wanted to clear his name or whatnot. But Warner Brothers did its own investigation, and when they were doing their own investigation, multiple women started coming out. So they broadened their investigation, which led to them having a quote-unquote mutual parting of ways. Yeah, they recently let him go, child, because one of the journalists, her name is, I'm gonna say her name right, Celia Abrams. She claims in 2006 in New York City, that he assaulted her. He was actually arrested.
How though? How did he assaulted her? Do you know? What did he
It was a
do?
rape. He said it was
okay.
a rape. Apparently, I don't know. Most of the ladies were saying he was wanting hand jobs. Some of the ladies said when they were forced to give him a hand job.
That's crazy though, man.
That was the
Can't
thing.
take your own
like-
hand.
Allegedly.
You can't take your own hand.
No, I guess somebody else's hand feel better than your own.
Oh.
Sometimes you get tired of your own hand, I'm assuming.
Huh.
But he was arrested, but the charges were dismissed on a technicality. Which doesn't necessarily mean they were not true or true. It just means it was a technicality. But a few months later, 2 other women came out and said he had similar rape allegations. Then it was another woman in 2008 that said there was an assault and the New Jersey police were involved. And then last June, some other women came out talking about an
I hope
assault.
he wasn't that big AJ now.
Yeah. and
know,
most of
AJ,
the women
girl.
said that they were on dates and things. She said they weren't expecting this because they thought he was a quote-unquote family man.
He looked like
and
it.
he did not present that. He didn't seem like that kind of person from his TV persona.
That's true.
Yeah, that was the same thing.
But that is a television
that
persona.
part.
And it's only like what 5? We'd only get like what 5-10 minutes of that whole little
Everybody
It's a
personality.
persona.
on TV.
Yeah, it's a trip.
It's a persona.
That's a trip.
So these are, but right now, he has several open criminal investigations going on, but he's not been formally charged with anything. But Warner Brothers did say, we're going to have to let you go, boo.
That's too much for at least one of them to not be true or something.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
I don't
10
know.
years
We-
span.
I mean, either way, man, you gotta watch a fine line.
You gotta walk a fine line.
man,
You gotta be
because
very mindful.
When the winds start going, like, you know what? Hey, you know what? He got me too.
Let me tell
They
you,
got me too.
let me
You
tell
never
you who
know,
was
man.
walking a fine line. Y'all have to go on Instagram and see this video. Who was walking a fine line? That fine line. Well, you know, God bless him because something happened to him. But I don't know if y'all saw last Saturday. This over the weekend. It's a new man by the name of Claudino da Silva. He was 42 years old. He was in a jail in Brazil. And he is. You saw that. You can go on Instagram and see the video because the guards was filming it. He tried to escape jail by
Hilarious.
portraying himself as his daughter.
and would have got away with it.
He was dressed in her clothes. He had on a silicone mask, and a long black wig and some jeans.
Would have got away with it.
Well, I don't know if he would have got away with it because have you seen the mask he had on?
It looked ridiculous.
It looked fucking ridiculous.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing,
but let me say
somebody
this.
tried to touch his ass, and I guess he responded to that,
right?
And blew his cover.
But he was found dead today in his cell.
Oh, damn.
Or yesterday he was found dead, and they say he apparently hung himself, or they thinking he hung himself with some bed sheets. But this past Saturday he was in jail serving a 73-year sentence for drug dealing.
Man,
he was trying to portray his 19-year-old daughter on last week. You can see the videos everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it.
And you can see him they made him take off everything.
Layer by layer, bro. He had the whole
layer, the mask and everything. I don't know how he got this stuff, but
this fool watching too many movies. Mission Impossible. We finna do. Where did he even get the mask from?
Where did he even get the mask from?
That's what I need to know.
But the crazy part about it was he was in Brazil, and if you guys, and I don't know if you guys know about last week, there was a huge riot in the prison in Brazil.
Yes,
So it was a gang situation, and they stormed the because Brazil's prisons are underserved, overpopulated, and again, they're not run like here. Because even though people are in jail and prisons here, you still have some quote unquote rights, due process, and these other countries, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you might disappear.
Don't get locked up.
They don't
I
care.
got pulled over the other night.
But in Brazil, they have terrible gang wars out there. There's like 16 members of a gang stormed one of the wings of the jail, set the motherfucker on fire, took 2 of the police guards. 29 people died, and 16 of them were decapitated.
Wow.
53 people died. 29 people did it. 16 of the 29 were transferred to another facility.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. Man. And this happened. It's happened at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy.
But they said it's not unusual. It happened last year, but it's not unusual. So I don't know if he was a part of the gang shit. If he was because he was trying to get the fuck up out of there. If you put on a rubber mask, man, they don't even look like it doesn't even look like a real person.
The thing is, you know what, and I gotta say it because it's on my mind. You know, if the stakes are that high, where I gotta put on a wig and I gotta put on a mask and I gotta put on,
you're in jail for 73 years,
and somebody touch my ass, I'ma let it slide.
Thank you.
I'ma get out the door.
Okay. Get me out of here.
Okay. Touch wherever you want.
Man, I'm out of there.
Because if that was the reason why he got caught based on this ridiculous get-up he had on, again, God bless the dead. He had on a ridiculous get-up on. It was like so obvious this was not a real person. But if the only reason he got caught was that you responded to it, you should have let that ride. Like you said, you should have let that ride.
When I first saw it, I thought it was the AI. It looked like the computer.
Robot. That ain't real.
Real computers walking
You gotta
around
see
here
this,
now.
friends. Y'all gotta see this. Look him up. It's Claudino. I mean Clauvino da Silva.
Hilarious.
You have to look it up. And again, he was 42 years old. God bless the dead. R.I.P.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was some ridiculous shit going on. But I think that sounds like a little bit of desperation. He was trying to get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah. You'll be desperate to do anything.
He was trying to get the fuck up out of there. And you know what? We're just going to talk a little bit, because I don't even want to focus on these people, but it's been so much or whatever about the domestic, because they call it a mass shooting that happened in Ohio and Texas. That's terrorism.
Period.
Yeah.
Give this shit a fucking name.
Period. A+,
And if you remember a few weeks ago, we talked on the show about a man who was in the military. He was going to officer in the Navy, but he was going to do a mass shooting. And they were the Navy was investigating something else, and they came upon him. He was pointed out. They had a warrant. They searched his home. He had several magazines, bullets, ready, guns, and he was taking lots of steroids and opioids because he said he wanted to do a mass shooting and not get tired. That's some hate. But he was in jail. They got his browser history. He was looking up. This is another man from some time ago. He was looking up where do senators live. He was looking up anarchy if Trump is impeached, but they're deciding what to do with him because there are no laws on the books about domestic terrorism.
That's crazy.
As many fucking terrorist attacks that we've had here, there's no laws on it. So I'm like, what the fuck is Homeland Security for? Is it just for Muslims?
No, it's for these Negroes. It's for the Negroes.
No, it's
No,
for
it's for the
Muslims.
Muslims.
The Negroes we got the police.
Oh,
And you have ICE for Mexicans.
Damn, you're right.
Yes. Damn. White boys don't got shit.
No.
They running this shit.
They
man.
get to just go.
Oh, but you know what? They got the KKK. They got the.
No, I'm talking about somebody policing them and doing
No,
that.
it's none of that.
But there's no law
None of
against it, which is terrible.
But you know what?
Because if he'd have had a hijab on, anything like that, it would have been, this is Al-Qaeda.
yeah.
This is not Al-Qaeda. These are not Mexicans who you say come over here and drug. These are just white boys. Period.
They don't even
This
manhandle
motherfucker
them.
drove damn near 10 hours to the border to go kill somebody. The dude from El Paso.
Yeah,
And the
that's
guy
a
from El
6
Paso,
hours, yeah.
they just said that he, on his very first date, he showed his ex-girlfriend a video of a mass shooting. These people, it's like, and they happen
That's
within
society.
hours of each other.
Right.
That's society. But we have to stop saying that these are domestic terrorists, and they have to do something
They
about
have
this.
to.
I
The
feel
laws
like
must be changed because they feel like they just willy-nilly, and they got this motherfucker
They see all the signs
But
and they
this
know
is- this is the
them.
thing.
without any injury.
this is my thing, and this is my thought around it. You know, and it's a lot deeper than we realize. Because while we were still in slavery and we were still being oppressed as a people, these laws and these systems were being in play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's like now we try to override a system. We have to realize who created the system. You know what I'm saying? There isn't anyone policing them because they created the system. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the
So
people
it's deep.
policing the system is supposed to be the people because it says we the people is for the people.
It's
But
not
which
we the,
pe-
it's
but
not
what
we the
people
people.
are y'all referring
it's
to?
we. It's not we the people.
Because
it's
we
the
always
people.
because the people always refer to the Constitution and the
Yeah.
Bill of Rights, but when these
That
things were
wasn't written
written,
for
we
you.
were slaves.
It wasn't for you, man. That was
Be
we the
clear.
people. And y'all don't them over
Be
there.
clear.
Right. Right.
So some of this shit got to be with our forefathers. Those were not our four or
wasn't
nothing
our
because
forefathers.
our forefathers and ancestors were in chains,
That
in
part.
shackles.
That
Real
part.
talk.
The only thing the closest we come to the Bill of Rights was squeezing the ink for them to write.
You know what?
Or
there
making
was
the paper.
One African American brother who did sign the Constitution. I do.
There
know that.
was.
They got one in there. He was in the room.
But you know what the Ohio terrorist, the one who was in Ohio, he had a list. One of them, he had two lists. The students at his school said he had two lists. One was a hit list of people he wanted to kill. The other was a rape list of girls he wanted to sexually assault.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's too many video games.
It's too many.
too planned.
I don't even know what.
But you know, you have countries now like
Hold on.
Venezuela and Uruguay who are warning their residents about coming to the United States. Be careful you want to go visit because it's fucked up over there and they're killing people on hate. They're
That's very
warning people
true.
not come over here.
That, yeah.
It's something serious. But you know what? The thing about it is that people don't remember, God bless the dead, Janet Reno, where she was living. She was in the Clinton administration. She was the one who said, she was actually the very first female U.S. attorney, I believe. But she said the threat to America is a white supremacist man. Shortly after that, she was fired. She said that's the biggest threat to America. This was years ago. She called it out. God bless her for being intuitive enough to know that.
It's all truth.
All truth.
That's crazy.
But something's going to have to be done, and something will be done because tonight's topic is about the law of reciprocity. We're going to cut to one of Mr. Proper Savant's songs for a couple minutes, and then we're going to come back, friends, and we're going to talk about the law of reciprocity. That's our topic for tonight.
Okay. I like it.
What song you want us to play?
You know what? I gave you guys the story. It's always good to play the song. This is a song called Thunderclouds.
Okay. You got thunderclouds over there?
OMG.
OMG. Everybody's like, I got that one.
That's the one.
OMG Thunder. I think you probably just saw the short version.
Yeah.
This is Proper Savant. OMG Thunderclouds. That was OMG Thunderclouds. I hope y'all listened to that. That was a nice one.
Yes.
That was real. That makes the girl feel a certain kind of way.
That part.
So it worked.
That part.
And I'm sure you wrote that one as well.
You know it.
You know it. Listen, friends, we are welcome back to Plop, People of Other People's Problems, and tonight's topic is the law of reciprocity. We're going to talk about the law of reciprocity and the principles of it. And before we start, we'll just do a little definition like we normally do. And reciprocity is the practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefit, especially privileges granted by one organization or country to another. Reciprocity, honey. So basically, that's the definition, and the principle of reciprocity is you get what you receive. You get paid back what you give. You give something, you get something in return. That's reciprocity. Right? So, and that is basically the driving force of human nature. Everything we do in life is based on reciprocity. If I go to work, I'm gonna get a check. If I go to the store and give them money, I'm gonna get an exchange of goods and services for currency, or for something.
Whatever I came there for.
Something. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I'm good to my man, then he'll be good to me. If I'm good to my woman, she'll be good to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the driving force of human behavior. Thoughts?
We're gonna get into it because I'd like to know some of the laws. Because what happens when
Go ahead.
reciprocity doesn't work? When the give is not equal to the take, or the take isn't equal to the give?
We'll get into that.
Is it a spiritual principle? Is it more of a tangible thing? Like, how can we define this thing?
Good one. Well, you know what? When I'll say it like this first. The energy of it, or the spirit of it, is when somebody does something for us, we feel compelled to do something back to them, even if we want to deny it. Even if we want to deny it, we still feel compelled. You know, you cannot act on it. For instance, I may hit you. You may feel compelled to retaliate. Something in your mind may say, "Don't do it." But there's still a spirit of I need to do it. I want to. Or if somebody says, "You know what? I got you on this one." You know what I'm saying? You feel compelled to be like, "Okay, I got to pay them back." Right. That's just the energy and the spirit that we have in it.
That's very true.
You know, that's why I say it's a driving force, because it a little bit of it comes from I think pride, because we as people and adults want to hold our own. We want to take care of ourselves. We don't want to be supported. So if somebody does something for us, we tend to, most times, over-repay. So if you're in a bind and you need a couple dollars, most people are like, you know what, I got you, and they may slide you $2 or $3 more than what you gave them. Or they may give you something back, and then on top of that, also do a service for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we feel like I don't want to feel like I'm being support. You know, especially I think a lot of that energy is a male energy too. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm being taken care of, or you know, I'm less than because I can't do A, B, and C. A lot of that I think is due to pride and not only with men, but I think that particular part of it has a lot to do with how men think. No, you agree, disagree?
No, I'm just thinking.
Go ahead.
Just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about it, man.
What you thinking about? Speak on it.
This is my question.
We can't hear your thoughts.
This is my question. Can
okay,
I talk
come on,
into the
question.
mic?
Yes, we like that. We love that.
This is my question, because there's so many instances where. Okay, let me ask it to you like this then. What happens when the unconditional, you know? So I'm giving, but I don't expect anything in return, or the people who give and over expect. You know what I'm saying? Is there a specific balance to the law of?
You know what? That's a very good one.
Because I gave you $2, I might not need the $2 back. But I might need you to do something for me. An emotional or physical, you know what I'm saying? Of equivalent.
I don't think there's no
equivalent.
rule.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it
really
out.
No
you got
exact rule to it, really.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a rule, but it is a part of behavior.
Exactly.
It is a part of behavior.
Exactly.
And we are, most times when that happens, you know, even like concerning with like with the overpayment of it, that even applies when somebody does something that's fucked up to you. Because you can have somebody may hit your dog, or somebody may steal your bike, and you're gonna over repay them. You may be like, you know what? You're not gonna steal their bike, but you be like, you know what? I'm gonna really get their ass back. So it works even negatively.
Exactly.
Positively, you be like, you know, I'm gonna go above and beyond. But on the negative side, it's because it's still reciprocity.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a part of getting what you sown.
Yeah.
So and when it turns into negative, it's also like it can take a revenge sort of feel to it, which is not us for to do, but because most of us value the payback more than we do the initial deed.
That's very true.
And then it brings up another group of questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Because there's so many things that happen in society. It's like, man, you kind of step back and look like, man, where is the equality? Where is the, you know what I'm saying? Where is that? Especially in today's society, it's like, where is the reciprocation of the positive energy or any, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? You have to also realize this too. A lot of reciprocity doesn't necessarily have to do with equality. Because you can be good to somebody doesn't mean that you're going to get that same energy back that you gave out them. It also doesn't mean it's going to come back from the person that you were good to.
That part. That's the part.
So equality doesn't always play hand in hand with it. Because some people do reciprocity, and a lot of businesses will practice this as a form of trying to attain loyalty from somebody. You okay, baby?
No, let me step out.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be back.
Okay.
Be back.
A lot of reciprocity has a lot of businesses do it trying to attain loyalty. For instance, they may say, keep coming. You may go to a car wash,
right,
and they may say, keep coming back, and then your 10th wash is free, or your 10th wash is half off.
Yes. I'll give you a major discount.
Right. We do that at a salon I work at. You know, every time your 10th wash and set is half off.
Nice.
So it's like you're trying to, the reciprocity comes because you're trying to get them to keep patronizing you, attain some sort of loyalty, and you're like, if you keep coming back, then the reciprocation is going to be, I'm going to do something in return for you. I'm going to do a service for you, either free or half off or some sort of bargain. Or a lot of businesses would do the, gift with purchase.
Yes.
Buy this and I'll give you this and I'll throw this in.
Yeah, little BOGO deals.
Right, little BOGO deal, buy one get one half off, or you buy this perfume, we'll give you the purse for free.
Exactly.
That's a form of reciprocity as well. But it also has the reciprocity works a lot differently too about what you were asking for too in relationships. The law of reciprocity in relationships is different because in relationships we don't give a thought to it.
Right.
We don't even think about it. In relationships, it's something that's not thought about, but kind of expected.
Right.
For instance, in friendships, you're thinking, if I'm good to you, you'll be good to me. What they say, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Yes. Right.
So it's like, you know what? Even if I can just be ever so blunt, it's like in a relationship with your man and with your woman, you're like, I paid the rent, I want some ass. Or some men think that even when they take you out for a date. You know what I'm saying? If I let you upsize it, you know what you got to do for that 59 cent extra. You understand?
To get it.
I'm expecting something.
They're expecting it.
But you know what? You have to be very careful when you in relationships because, when it happens in relationships, the person who is the giver may be in a position to give that the receiver is not. And if you're expecting them to give on your level when they're incapable to, that's a form of control.
Exactly.
That's heavy.
I like that. I love that.
I think it's...
Go ahead.
I think it's always good to have a clear understanding especially in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Which is an investment. Relationships are investments.
Oh,
and then they must be nurtured.
The biggest
investment.
Because you can't get your time back. I can get $5 back from the homie.
That is the resource you cannot get back is your time. Money and things you can. Your time you cannot. But go ahead.
You know. But that's what I was finna say right there.
We're talking about investment and commitment in relationships.
Okay, yeah. It's always good for me to have clear understanding because I want to make sure that what I have has the same either monetary value or same value. You know what I'm saying? If I give you this hamburger, I need you to know it's worth $2.35.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So there's that little bit of control there?
Not necessarily, but you got to know your value at the same time.
You do.
So you got to know what you're bringing to the table to know.
But everybody has different strengths and weaknesses.
And see, that's where it has to have clear understanding, communication, because it's so easy, and it happens so many times is, we're just going to, and because of your previous experience, you have a different understanding of this. We're going to get into a relationship, but your idea for the relationship is totally different from mine.
Okay.
And so now I'm invested in this situation, and I'm giving you my value, but I'm coming from a totally different background, and I don't look at that as what you're
But that has to be,
so now I'm giving you something.
It has to be cooperative because what you consider
understanding.
No, it has to be cooperative too, because if you may consider yourself in the value that if I don't value you the same, then your value doesn't mean that much to me. I.e., how China devalued their money in order to so I can say you can say, well, I'm worth A, B, and C, and it may not be a choice. Maybe it's something I don't see.
But when does it become an element of control? To say, you know what?
When you're expecting it.
There you go.
When you're expecting it. When you're saying, I did A, B, and C for you. You did that so that, because some people do shit just so they can say they fucking did it.
That's
the truth.
That part.
That is the truth.
Some people that do the shit so they can say they fucking did it. Because I was always told, I was told by my grandmother, God bless her, very smart, wise woman, is that most times when you lend people money, if you're lending somebody something, especially when it comes to money, kind of make sure you don't need it because you don't expect for it to come back. If it comes back to you, that's fine. Because people may not do what they say they're going to do. So they may not be, it may not be reciprocated. And you also, people look for reciprocity in the wrong places. For instance, if I'm a person who always borrows money from you, and there's a situation where you need to borrow and you need money, and you ask me for it and I can't give it to you, why would you be mad at that? Why would you be mad at the person who always needs you? Obviously, I can't lend it to you because I'm always asking you for it. Yeah. So it's the wrong space. But also, too, instead of always looking for something to be paid back, paying it forward is also a form of reciprocity.
That's deep. That's the one.
Don't give it back to me. Do something nice for somebody else.
That's part.
That's the reciprocity. That's reciprocal for me in my book.
I think that's the strongest form of it.
Yeah.
Because if you do it from the other end, I feel like it taints your unconditional. You know what I'm saying? If I do this and I'm doing it because I have a plot in my mind,
come on,
it changes the intentions. You know what I'm saying?
That is the wrong way that exploits the law of reciprocity. You own it. Yeah. That exploits the law of reciprocity because
so if I give it has to be an unconditional vibe.
It has
I'm
to
giving
be.
it to you because I see you're in need. I don't really need nothing back, but I have to pay it forward.
But you know what? Most people, I would say, and I could be being generous here, but I would like to say most people can smell that shit a mile away.
Very true.
Most time, and a lot of that, when I'm talking about the ego part, a lot of this part has to do with women. Oh, I know why this motherfucker doing this. I smell it. But most people who are smart can say, oh, I know why you being nice. You're not looking for this to be back. You're not being nice to be nice. You're expecting something. Yeah. So you're exploiting the law. That's the wrong way to look for reciprocity. That's the wrong way to be reciprocal. Come on, friends.
Exactly.
Come on, friends. Because the law says psychologically there's a deep-rooted feeling, an urge to do something in return for somebody, even if we don't want to. We feel obligated.
Or if you do something,
the thought does it because it's almost like it's being held over your head.
That's right.
It's almost like being held over your head. But there are three. They say there are three types of reciprocity. There's a general reciprocity, which is selfless, and this usually happens with family and children.
Right.
Let me feed my children. I ain't looking for, because when you're feeding your kids or feeding your, you're not looking for something back from your children.
Right.
Except for them to listen.
Exactly.
But you're gonna do that anyway, right? But you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
That's something you don't even think about.
Right.
You're doing that.
That's just
for
general.
True.
And then there is balanced. And when you think about also too, when you think about the just being general reciprocity, it's almost like it's altruistic. You're just being selfless. You're just like, you know what? It's just me. It's family, whatever. You don't worry about it. Because sometimes family, you be like, I ain't worried about that shit. Just here, whatever. But there's balance too. And balance is I'm giving with the intention of getting something back. For instance, if I go to the store and I give you my money, I'm intending to get something back for my money.
Exactly.
I'm intended to get something of at least equal value.
Exactly.
That I'm giving, right.
At least. So that's the balance we were talking about. But then there's negative reciprocity, which is wanting more in return than what you gave.
Now see, that's
Go ahead.
That's the one right there, because that's where it's like we're gonna devalue what this person is getting. I know this person is giving me their best or they best, and I'm gonna devalue that.
Thank you.
So I can keep an element of control. It's like nah. It's like,
But the thing about it is that reciprocity in life has a flow, and you can break the flow by always being the taker and never the giver. You break the flow of reciprocity. Reciprocity doesn't always come where you it may not always
again? So you break the cycle by becoming
you break the flow of reciprocity when it stops with you. When you're always taking and you're never giving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When you don't give out.
Break
When
the
you
flow.
don't get back.
You break the flow. I got that from TD Bishop Jakes. Shout out to Bishop TD Jakes.
Hey.
You break the flow of it. You break the flow when it stops with you. Even when we call money's called currency. Do you know what currency does? Flows. Currency flows. So money goes through you, it doesn't stop at you.
Right.
And this is the reason why we have so many homeless people. This is the reason why we have, people, rich people, and no shade to anybody rich, because I want money too. Right. But why you have
resource.
But it's incorrect reciprocity and flow when you have a person who has billions of dollars, even somebody over here who's looking to see where I'm gonna sleep at.
5 houses and 4 of them is not even being used.
You can't. Thank you. You only need
And
one
each
bed.
of them have like 10 bedrooms.
Yes.
What do you do?
And you have no family, or you have you and your wife, or you and 2 kids.
Probably didn't see that house for like 2 years.
But somebody's sleeping in. But now, even when we're talking about before about the homeless, because it used to be outlawed to sleep in your car, and it was the law expired, and they were looking to vote on it, and they voted back on it, and it's illegal again.
It's legal again. Yeah.
It's illegal again to sleep in your car. But you have, it's like you said, it's legal to sleep in your car, but you got somebody who got a home in every country of the world.
Hello.
Man.
Haven't even been, man, don't get me started.
You have a person who has, I was always taught, when you have something and you want something, give it away. Whatever you're looking for in life, if you're lacking it, give it away. Even if it feels like I don't have this $3, give it away. I guarantee you, the way the law works, that boomerang and karma and reaping what you saw, all that, it's gonna come back.
That's very true.
If you want a friend, be friendly. If you want love on somebody.
That point.
Real talk.
What you gonna say, Mr. A+?
I don't know if you could say the same thing about time though.
Time is a precious resource that you can't get back. But you know what? You can say it in the sense of, if you need more time, give somebody time. And or if you need mercy, be merciful to somebody.
I actually have you kind of touched on my little theory.
What's your theory?
I've established in my own life that works when it comes to in time. I look at everybody as a bank. And then I think about the positive attributes that I've seen from them versus the negatives. As if it's like a chart over their head, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, man, all right, they've shown me that, they came here clean. They talk, okay, I'm gonna invest a little bit more time to see what else unfolds. And, after a particular time, you like, you know what? Boom, everything that I've gotten from them, I can invest more.
I can invest more in something else.
Boom, you know what I'm saying? And that's when you start building trust, because they've set stones of being dependable, reliable, and so I can But that's how I look at it, man. And
you know, but you know,
I let people marinate sometimes.
You
sometimes
have to
it's reciprocating. You know, I'm just gonna give this person some time. You ever had them conversations where somebody's just talking your ear off? It's like, oh, I gotta get.
You gotta get right, but you
I'm
can't
gonna give them this time because
you
never
want
know
somebody
how the situation. And I've
how it
cut people
flows.
off. And then they be in a situation where it's like, oh, now they finna cut me up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we gonna get cut off because you know we out of time.
Oh, dang.
We out of time.
Dang.
It's 10 o'clock. We plopped today.
Oh,
Man, we had a
We
vibe.
plopped. We
Yes,
miss you,
we
Sacha.
did.
We love you.
Hey, thanks
we
for the invite,
we
man.
plopped.
Hey.
He said thank you. Tell the people how they can reach you again, baby. Real
Oh man,
quick.
tune in. Proper SEVON on IG. That's proper. The word proper and then SEVON SEVON, and then proper cash flow.
And Radio Foreplay is coming out on what day?
Man, August the 8th.
August the 8th.
Available on all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
We show thank you so. We
Yes.
thank both of you for stopping by.
Yes.
We
Yes.
do. Double it gang, double it divas.
Gang, gang, gang,
Gang,
gang.
gang, 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 gang. We love you so much. Next week, Miss Granger will not be here. She'll be out of town still. But Mr. Flanagan, he's supposed to step in and co-host. And next week, we're going to have Sonique on here from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Nice.
That's going to be great.
Oh.
And next week's topic is going to be dun 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 dun, out of the familiar into the unknown. We're going to see how to step out to the unknown from the familiar. That's hard to
Take
do.
it slow.
Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. Plop out.